The COVID-19 pandemic has affected educational systems worldwide, leading to the near-total closures of schools, universities, and colleges. The COVID-19 pandemic has created the largest disruption of education systems in history, affecting nearly 1.6 billion learners in more than 190 countries and all continents. Closures of schools and other learning spaces have impacted 94% of the world's student population, up to 99% in low and lower middle-income countries. Experienced from pandemic COVID-19, the Ministry of Education for Malaysia should think forward about crisis preparedness in education. One of the two equipped students with digital literacy embedded in the 21st century curriculum. 21st century learning requires students to develop skills, knowledge, and attitude in order to meet the demand of future jobs in the era of the digital economy. Digital economy refers to an economy that based on digital computing technologies, and Malaysia education systems collaborate with other agencies, private and public sector to integrate and embed these elements into the current curriculum. A traditional education system has been focusing on 3R, reading, writing, and arithmetic. With 21st century learning, another element, computational thinking, is added into the education. A holistic view of 21st century to teaching and learning combines a discrete focus on student performances, a blending of specific skills, content knowledge, expertise and digital literacy, and computational thinking with innovative support systems to help students master the multidimensional abilities. Digital literacy, media, ICT and other modern technology-based skills are essential requirements for the 21st century learner's education. Therefore, the Malaysian Education Blueprint 2013 to 2025, under Shift 7, has incorporated ICT in education. However, not all student has the knowledge and competencies to use the technology effectively in obtaining information needed for academic tasks. Very few students possess a high level of self-efficacy in their study, which resulted in low academic performance. The lack, or low quality, of facilities and connectivity in schools threatens to amplify the disadvantages of students. The overarching challenge for all teachers today is to rethink not only what they teach, but how they empower students to use that information in the digital age. Parents often underestimate the powerful influence of technology usage on their children's performance. This research aims to propose a conceptual framework of digital literacy that may be affecting student performance. The objectives: to identify the current level of digital literacy among students in Malaysia, to investigate whether individual factors, learning environment factors, and social factors correlate towards digital literacy, to measure whether digital literacy significantly affected student performance in 21st century learning. Preliminary studies had been done with the computer science teachers in secondary school, and literature reviews were held in exploring and analyzing with research articles to develop the proposed framework.
My students show a lack of interest during the classroom sessions, because of the inability to understand the subject. My school has lack of IT applications and facilities. Teachers need put extra efforts in teaching the subject.
Meanwhile, not many of my students willing to do an extra study regarding computer science after class or discuss with the teacher. Most of my students don't have a computer and internet connection at home. Teachers needs training extensively in order to teach computer science and programming language.
3 dimensions, namely, individual factors, learning factors, and socio-cultural factors, can be considered as the independent variables, and digital literacy as a dependent variable towards student performance. The pilot test has been done with 30 students, and the reliability result has shown. Educational materials and tools showed the highest value of Cronbach Alpha with 0.875, and the lowest is from self-efficacy with 0.584. Digital literacy is another important skill that should be introduced at the school level as the preparation for future job skills in the digital age. It is hoped this proposed conceptual framework can be used to identify the factors affecting digital literacy in the 21st century towards student performance, and will contribute to the improvement and implementation of digital literacy for the 21st century learning among schools in Malaysia. This research will assist the Malaysian government in aligning our education system with Malaysia Education Blueprint 2013 to 2025.